Yes, my friends, today we got the gear guide, the biscuit and topping guide, all about smoked cheese cookie. Thank you for tuning in as always. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, questions, comments, let me know. Down below, you can find today's episode timestamps where I'll break down smoked cheese cookie, give you the biscuits and toppings of choice and recommendations, point of view, there we go, and a lot of other great information, tips, and tricks on this cookie. Now we'll go for a run as well and pull it all back together as we always do. Now with that, my friends, let's get into it here today for smoked cheese cookie, because that is why you are here. So a couple things. This latest and greatest cookie with the lovely golden cheese awakening update here, and episode 6 for Beast Yeast. Couple things on this one. It's a magic, it's a rare cookie. The biggest piece here obviously is the moveset. Now let's go ahead and break this one down. It is called Get Smoked. Now it's got a 15-second cooldown, which is relatively long. We'll come back to that in a little bit here. Smoked cheese cookie uses his smoke to charm enemies, amplifying the damage received and dealing multiple damage to enemies within the smoke. Then with an explosion, he deals more damage and extra damage to enemies in PvE. Very crucial there. And I think I said that in some of the patch notes, so we'll just call that out again for you here. Upon using his skill, he applies the Guardian's Return buff to an ally with the highest attack. If Golden Cheese Cookie is in the team, he will prioritize her instead. The Protector of the Golden City buff will activate when entering battle together with Golden Cheese Cookie. This effect is applied to Golden Cheese Cookie, Burnt Cheese Cookie, and Smoked Cheese Cookie. So keep that in mind in terms of that trio, my friends. That can always make a big difference there. Now, when it comes to what's going on here, we got smoke damage times 7 hits over 1.4 seconds. So keep this in mind in some of the tick damage moves, those kinds of things, because it's really important from that perspective. Explosion damage 330% plus 535% of extra damage to enemies in PvE. So again, you're going to get that additional 500% in PvE. It doesn't apply in PvP, so keep that in mind as well. We started to see this in the last update too, where we started breaking out PvE and PvP. Charmed here for 2.5 seconds. Damage plus 30% for 12 seconds stacks up to 2 times. So if you want to get that on twice, you're going to need to make sure that this is less than 12 seconds. So that's a key piece there for you. Crit percent plus 12.5%. Guardian's Return Earth type damage 11%, Earth type crit damage up 17.5%. We got crit percent additionally here for 12.5% for 13 seconds, stacks up to 1 time. And then Earth's protection debuff resist plus 3%, defense 5% for 10 seconds. Upon using skill, stacks up to 2 times as well. So if you want this to stack twice, you're going to need it at least 10 seconds. So that's a pretty big hefty cut there, almost at least a 30% cut off the time that you need there. Now, Protector of the Golden City. Enhanced Guardian's Return, Earth type damage 15%, Earth type crit damage 25%, Golden Cheese attack 11% when entering battle, Smoked Cheese Cookies damage resist 16%, attack 11% when entering with Golden Cheese in the team, and then Burnt Cheese damage resist 32%, max HP 31% when entering battle with Golden Cheese. So couple things, because a lot of you have been asking me questions about burnt cheese in the Discord server. Now's a great time to check that out, or a great time to like and subscribe as well. Lots of great information, the details on how to get to the Discord. Very important here. So we're seeing a lot of additional buffs to these cookies when they're comboed in a team. We originally saw this with the Golden Cheese Burnt Cheese. I think it was actually one of the first times that we'd seen it. Then additionally, we saw it in the fairies as an example with Elder Fairy and White Lily and some of the other ones there as well. This is very crucial. Getting that additional 32% damage resist plus the max HP at 31 is huge for Burnt Cheese. That's going to make it a massive tank. And then additionally here, we're just really lifting some damage resist and attack here for Smoked Cheese just by being comboed in that group. And particularly, again, seeing this in the PvE space, huge. So it's a good recommendation there for episode 6 as an example, or anytime that you need these earth type damage cookies. So keep those things in mind, my friends. Okay, So a couple other pieces here. Again, like we talked about, we're at 15-second cooldown. 10 seconds is the ideal situation so that you can take advantage of all the buffs. So just want to call those pieces out. We don't see scaling here on anything realistically in terms of like attack and those kinds of things. So, all right, there we go, my friends. Let's go ahead and invest in this cookie because that's what we like to do. I got a bunch of these still left over, so we're going to use them. Many of you always ask me about how do I get these power things as well. Lots of times they come from events. So we haven't seen some in a while, but again, those are some situations there for you on those so that you know. We'll upgrade here as well to max level. Look at that. Are we gonna get it? Oh, we got it. That's a lot. All right. We're a little low on pristine powder. Now you can find some here on the channel where we do have our guides and those things on how to get it as well. All right. So first let's do our Beascuit. So when it comes to the Beascuit, a couple things here. If you have an earth damage one, I would actually recommend that. And I recommend that because enhancing the elemental type damage and damage specifically to an attack, I'll say forward oriented cookie, is going to be ideal. So I think that's a great spot to be in particular. So you can absolutely do that. We're going to go ahead and grab one of these. Let's grab this one actually. So we're going to equip this one right now. There we go. All right, perfect. So we're taking this one. Once I get that earth one, I'm definitely going to flip it on there because I want to enhance a lot of that damage, particularly for that PvE for now as well. Now, a couple things on your bonus effects here. When we pair with our toppings, as always, you're going to want to take both into consideration. I'll come back and talk about this one a little bit specifically when we get to the toppings. However, a couple things on this. Where I would focus in on is, again, only spot to get damage resist bypass, and additionally only spot to get that earth bonus. So those two are going to be priority for you. Secondary, depending on the build that you're going for, either attack or cooldown would be very, very good. If you need some more survivability, damage resist, and HP can be a good one as well. So that's kind of where I would focus. I grabbed this one because we got good cooldown. We got some more survivability on the cookie, not as attack oriented. However, again, you can always switch some of these things up, and depending on what it's doing in your team, that's going to be key. So that's a great segue for us now to talk about our toppings. Here in terms of the toppings, a couple things. First and foremost, don't forget you can use the resonant toppings. That's right. So let's go to my storage. We're going to go to our usables here. And we do have plenty of the radiant cheese toppings. Now, I definitely recommend probably using these for this particular cookie. And additionally, what we're going to do is I tried to drop the hints throughout. We're actually going to go on cooldown here with chocolate here, because that is what we're going to be focused on. So super important there between the two and between kind of the Beascuit as an example as well. Now, why is it important? It is important because of a few things. Let's see where they went. Uh-oh, where are you? Radiant toppings. Oh, we're gonna find you. There they are. Why it's important is if you go on the cooldown, ideally what you're probably gonna want to do is you're going to want to, once you hit at least that 10-second mark, focus more on the attack, because you just need it clipping twice to make it happen. If you get it faster, obviously in the PvE situation, taking advantage of that additional 500% is huge, but finding the right balance between your cooldown and your attack on this one is going to be very, very useful. All right, so there is our lovely toppings. We're going to equip. Look at that. All right, and you can always tweak these even more if you want to. A couple things that I would focus on here on terms of our substats: definitely attack, more cooldown is great, and then damage resist. Those three are what I would have specifically for this these substats on these toppings to really crank. Here we got attack speed, attack cooldown. We got damage, crit resist, damage resist, attack speed, cooldown, attack speed, damage resist, attack speed, crit resist, crit, and attack, crit resist. Lots of opportunity to make these better. I always like to just call that out. As the #1 free-to-play player, we can always tweak things where we can. And obviously we are limited to a certain extent on our radiant resonant toppings, so keep those things in mind. Now that is kind of how I would pair the two, even though I'm definitely over committing right now between the cooldown. We'll be able to see that when we go for a run, so I want to show you that, and then you can tweak on your timing. We are at a 3-second cooldown here. We got 18.5% cooldown as well. You're gonna have to stack all your other cooldown stats and those things, plus we'll combine it, and we'll show that here in a second. The other secondary topping set that I would consider is the raspberry for attack. So I'm just calling that out. Once you kind of hone things in, you definitely want to make this thing more on that attack forward side. Now, golden cheese in this team is going to be your primary attacker. So think about this kind of being your attack supporting cookie, depending on how you want to use it and where your team is at, along with potentially burnt cheese. So just calling those pieces out for you. That, my friends, is the biscuits and toppings for you in recommendations. And then again, you can look at the whole piece here. You got that additional cooldown with 5%. We got our effects here. We got 6% cooldown plus another 5. That's pretty good. We're right around 40%, which is going to give us a huge clip off that 15 seconds. So that's going to be at least 4 plus another 2, about 6. So it should be right around 9 seconds, I think, if my math is correct. So there we have it. Let's go ahead and take this cookie out for a spin with the team here. I'm so excited. As always. All right, here we go. We're going to go to dark mode. We're going to go to Hall of Enlightenment, 829. There we go, my friends. We're ready. Oh, let's find it. There we go. We got the burning spice cookie. If you haven't seen the guide yet on that one, you can check it out here as well. All right, so where are we? Where are we? Let's go. Let's go. There we are. Bye-bye, burning spice. We're going to run at 451. We're going to see exactly how this thing works here. I'm super excited. All right. Ooh, look at that. Crazy damage. That thing hits a ton. Look at that. This is going to be so much fun, my friends. Ooh, I love all the tick damage. Every time, too. That is huge. Look at our cooldown on this, too. 6-second cooldown. That is so fast. So fast. And so awesome. And that's where you may want to balance out just a little bit, but that was pretty sweet between your attack. So again, really excited about this cookie. This thing just wrecked and ripped through that. Super fun there. And we have a really great start to our smoked cheese cookie here. Now, with that, my friends, if you still got a question, if you got a comment, certainly let me know. I'd love to hear from you and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. On top of that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. And thank you so much to our members. We have memberships available to you. We also have a swag and merch store and affiliate links that you can check out. All great ways to support. I really do appreciate it. Additionally, on top of that, no pun intended, we got our socials, at me, chat me, stay connected, my friends, as always. And with that, enjoy smoked cheese cookie. This is going to be a fun one here, particularly at least for the PvE and in combo with the Earth team as well. So with that, until next time, enjoy your smoked cheese, like I said, and keep on running.